Good morning, good morning, good glorious morning. I know I have to talk low. The G baby spent the night with me, so I don't want to wake her up. Come on in, have a seat. We have a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, whatever your choice may be, and come on and sit. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about. Hey, Crystal King, good morning. Good morning, beautiful. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we go listen to a little jazz and relax this morning, get our day started. Praise God. So, this is one of my favorites. This is Dr. Sax Love, Motown Jazz. This is one of my favorite jazz pieces. Golden Vibe, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm going to talk about this mystery man who's not a mystery anymore, who really cares. And then forgiveness. I've already told people, hey, Reese. I've already told people I'm not easy to forgive, especially when someone does something to me and I haven't done anything to them. I don't forgive. God is still working on me. No matter what people may say or what they think, he's not finished with me yet. I'm just, he's still working on some things. So let's get started. We'll get started because I know some people have to go to work this morning. I'm gonna turn this down. Is this jazz too loud? Let me know if this jazz is too loud. Am I yelling over it? So we'll take it to another notch. So let's talk about it. I know everybody's seen our little newcomer running the streets, hopping on panels. And I don't know what you think of him, her. I don't really know if it's a him or her. I'm just going to say him or her. But I do know that there's something strange going on with this whole thing. How this dude done came in, all of a sudden got comfortable to jump on people's panel and to ask questions. We talked about it last week. Now, we all come here new. And a lot of us just hide up in the bushes, what they call a skybox seat or, until we get comfortable to come down. But it's the way you come down. Everyone will accept you, but it's the way you come on the scene. And I just don't like the way this gentleman came on the scene asking about a particular content creator, indicating somewhat that people was jealous perhaps or had some type of angst against this person because of the support and the amount of money they make. That's none of our business. I could care less about what someone else has made. As far as income, I'm concerned about Mz.Teavalocity's income. I don't care how much money you make, where you make your money from, and what you spend your money on. That is your business, strictly your business. So I don't care. So I thought that was inappropriate. But then it's just a mystery because the other day, supposedly the other night, they, what they call popped, exposed. This person got exposed or popped. And I was asked in my live the other day, good morning, Lamique, baby. I was asking my live the other day, would I let that person on my platform? And I said, absolutely not. And let me tell you why. There's a couple of things I think you guys already know. I shoot straight from the hip. I'm straightforward. No matter what no one thinks about me, I know who I am. So I don't play all those head games. And I'm not going to give a lot of energy and time to somebody who I think is playing with my psyche. I say that all the time. I don't like that. Some people like that. Some people like mysterious people and try to figure them out and investigate and, try to pinpoint who they are, where they come from, what purpose they're here, and it makes it a little mysterious when you come on the scene like that. That's not me. I don't like to do that. I'm just being honest. I don't play head games. You're not going to sit in front of me and pretend to be someone else that you're not. And you're here for a purpose, but you're not going to tell me your purpose. So you and I could start a dialogue and get to know each other. You're not going to come on the scene just playing with my head. I just don't play those games, baby. But everybody is entitled to play games or do whatever they want. I don't control anyone but Mz.Teavalocity. So to me, the dude is playing head games. Now, supposedly they popped him or exposed him. Now it's not him, and then he comes back on the scene, much aggressive. Came on real passive, nice, asking questions, was real intelligent talking. He's a great little wordsmith, orator, whatever you want to talk, whatever you want to call it. I still don't give him a pass because something in the buttermilk is not right. And when something is in the buttermilk not right, I tend to just don't drink the buttermilk. You see what I'm saying? I just don't fool with it. And I know it's an entertainment app and these people do entertainment, but not when you starting to play with my mental. You starting to tell me I didn't see something I saw. You starting to question my intelligence, and I just don't like that. And I don't know how many people do, but I know for me, I don't like it. So I didn't like the way the dude came on the scene. I don't have any energy or use for him in reference to him jumping on my panel if I drop the link. I just wouldn't accept that. Some people disagree with me. Some people disagree with me of my suspicion. But a lot of times when something is settled in my spirit and I don't feel right about it, I don't do it. So I'm not going to let you use my platform to make a ass out of me and my people to try to wonder and guess who you are. Is not that serious to me. It's not that serious. So now the dude is making his rounds on trying to play with people's mind and say it wasn't him. I guess in the photo it wasn't him or her. I couldn't figure out what the person was, a he or she. No disrespect. I just couldn't figure it out because women wear low haircuts as well as men. So it wasn't enough for me to see. Now, I've always thought it was a woman. That was just my thought. I can see that perhaps they were using a voice changer or they were using different dialects in the in the tone of their voice when they were speaking. So to me, I perceive it to be a woman. I don't know about anyone else, but I could be wrong. But when you come on the scene asking a bunch of questions and you stirring chaos, then I don't have any use for you. So no, I wouldn't be, interested in really speaking with that person. So now that person is making rounds trying to make us look crazy as if to say the picture was not him or her. Come on now. You had a camera slip. But as I looked, and I went back and looked to see when they was talking about this camera slip, I did see a couple of things that didn't settle too well in my spirit. For one, the angle that person was with the camera, their phone or whatever, but it looks like from the eyeglasses that it was a tablet and they were holding the tablet. I don't know if they were laying down, sitting up, rocking. The camera slip was fast. A lot of times people don't recover from a camera slip that fast. But then you got some people who have fast fingers and perhaps they could have recovered. It's neither here or there. But I don't like for someone, like I said, to play with my mind. I don't know about y'all because I know we use this as entertainment. So it was funny. And sometimes to try to figure out where a person come from, what's their motive, why are they here? Why did they just come here? Why all of a sudden did they just drop down? Sometimes people drop down when they feel comfortable. Like I drop down in people's chats where I feel comfortable. And I don't drop down in people's chat where I'm not comfortable or I'm not welcome. And you can almost read the room and know, you know. So that's something I did. But dude, oh man, it's just too much. It's too much. Now all of a sudden you being aggressive. You never was disrespectful. That's one thing. You were never disrespectful that I seen. But come to find out, watching someone's video, perhaps they had words and they had some harsh words. So they did a live, exposing that person as well and dragging that person. Hey, that's on them. But from what I seen, I've never seen a person be disrespectful. So it's not a like or a dislike. Is it just that I don't do the head games? That's just me. When you allow somebody to play with your intelligence like that, that person has now manipulated and started to control you. And y'all already know how I feel like that. I just don't like it. It's just me. I don't like it. And so I don't care for that person's presentation, the way they present it to us. But hope whatever he, she, or whatever that person wants to be called is doing, I hope they succeed at it. But for me, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Like I said, these people are controlling a lot of people here. A lot of this is mind control and we don't even see it. And it's almost like mob mentality, gang mentality, cult mentality. That's what's going on. And so I don't play those games. I try to be straight up. And whether people think I'm straight up or not, that's on them. But I know who I am. And you can't take away who I am. So now this guy is making these rounds trying to debunk that is him or her. I don't know because I don't care. But let's talk about forgiveness. So the other day I was on Miss Pizarro. I had looked at Miss Pizarro live and I had read Balder and we had Lady Dimples on there. And everyone here knows Lady Dimple. I believe everyone knows who Lady Dimples is. I think everyone knows Lady Dimples' behavior. So I personally don't care for Lady Dimples. That's just me. And I'll tell you why. Sometimes it's not that for Ladies Dimple the person, but the behavior is just so disgusting, appalling to me that I don't care to have any type of interactions with Lady Dimples. Not that she's just the behavior and the things that I see she's doing. Like I said, I don't play mind games. I don't really play mind games, so it's hard for me to play. And I know sometimes I have to give a little bit and not be so rigid and so firm because, I have a platform. I'm a content creator, the area, that I'm delivering my content in, is entertainment for some people. But for me, when you start discrediting me, trying to defame me to be part of the program or whatever game you play, I don't buy that. I just don't play that. I'm not going to purposely lie on anyone, come down here and just start with anyone for no reason. And that's what I believe happened with Lady Dimples and I, because perhaps you didn't like something I said. But okay, if you don't like something I said, then you can approach me because you do apparently watch me. You watch me. You could have approached me and said, what did you mean by that? Or why did you say that? But for you to come down here and pretend like I was trying to contact you to behind the scenes numerous times when it just happened 2 times. One time to say, hey, I hope all is well with you because I had saw the way you had acted the night before. And when I heard the glass shatter, that caused concern for me, just out of concern, but not because I wanted to interview you to talk about anybody else or to be messy, but you kept labeling it as being messy. No, my dear, mess was not even involved. In fact, I was going to give you a platform to talk about your transition or whatever. But I'm glad that it didn't take place because I see how you operated. But what I'm not going to do Just because you're on an apology tour and everyone is accepting you, I'm not going to accept you. I don't care for you. There's no need for us to talk. Just keep it moving. I have no likes for you now because to me, you attacked me for no reason. See, I see the game here and there's levels to this game. But what you're not going to do is try to defame, discredit me, and make me messy. That's what you're not going to do. So there's no room for forgiveness with you and I. There's no room to talk about anything. I'm good. You're good. I don't know you personally and you don't know me. But what I do know is that you attacked me for someone else, I believe. I'm still going to stick to my story. I believe some of your antics was done for attention and to attack me for someone else. See, it's easy for people to join up and link together when they don't like a person. And what happens is if you listen closely, they all spin the same narrative. They regurgitate the same thing that another person will say. I don't play like that. And I've made it very clear that I don't play games. Not these type of games. You're not going to come down here and talk about me and make me look bad and regurgitate some shit somebody else done said to you or about me, and then you will come down here and try to fit it in and say, oh yeah, she was contacting me behind her. I just blocked the baby. You didn't have to block me because when you declined the interview, that was enough for me never to reach out to you again because I didn't care that much. But let you tell it, you spun the narrative. And if you want to do anything for me, you need to go clean that up. Don't pretend like I was, me and Andrea, to be exact, was contacting you, you know, like I'm contacting you to behind the scenes to be messy. That's the way you put it out here. So that's what you need to clean up. See, I don't have to clean up and prove anything to anyone because I know what I did. I know what I said. But you need to go do that, Lady Dimples, because you're on this apology tour. See, I'm not playing this game with you. You know, you do you, baby, and I'll do me. Just stay away from me because I have no use for you. I don't like you at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell the truth. Some people are sugarcoated. No, I don't like you at all. I don't even like the way you carry yourself. You're not even in my league. So I wouldn't sit or sip with you. So I could care less about apology from you. I'm good. I'm good. You don't owe me anything. Well, let me backtrack. You do owe me to get on somebody's platform because you do well at hopping on people's platform and telling them the truth because you tried to defame me. You put it out here like I was being messy. I never contacted you being messy. So that's what you owe me. I don't owe you anything. Nothing at all. What I come down here and say, I come down here and say. And it's from observation. I have my own opinion, my own view, my own perspective, and the way I perceive things. So can't no one change that. Perhaps if I seen something wrong, I can go back and look at it and make a different assessment. But at this point, what I've seen about you is correct. You're messy, and you tried to drag me in your mess when I hadn't done anything to you. Again, what I see when I get ready to talk about it, I'm going to come down here and click my link and talk about it. Yeah. And I'm going to go live and talk about it. And I spoke on your behavior, what you were doing, and it didn't sit well with me. But you call, you start calling me names. I didn't call you names. I spoke on the behavior that you was displaying and that you've been displaying. And now you're on an apology tour. And I know you didn't ask, but Miss Pizarro asked, will you apologize? Will you talk to me? Miss Pizarro, there's no need to talk to me. What Lady Dimples could do for Mz.Teavalocity is go and tell the truth. I've never presented messy to anyone down here. I told you my definition of messy and other people's definition of messy, they're two different things. I'm not messy. I don't come down here and start mess. I don't go back and forth with people. If I have something to say, I say it and I let it go because I do have other content. I am a content creator. I do try to bring other things to the table than bantering back and forth with people. So if I have any type of art or disagreement with somebody, I'll speak on it and I hit it and quit it. I don't hang and linger on it because it's not going to get me anywhere. And I don't want to use that much energy on people I really don't know. And that's not with me. That should be with everyone. If someone is not benefiting you in a way and they're not adding to you and all they doing is subtracting and they, they negative and their energy is always bad, then you need to let that go because eventually you would take on that same energy. You would become that a person just like that person. It's easy to do. Sometimes subconsciously we do it. It's just like watching stuff. I notice I have cut this YouTube off at night and I've been resting well because it was draining my energy. It was getting in my spirit. So it was messing with my sleep. So now I've been resting well because I cut it off. I don't watch certain things, you know? And so it's just like having a friend or whatever, a relationship. If it's not benefiting you and is bringing more harm and hurt to you, you need to find ways to get rid of it. You need to find ways to get rid of that negative person, that negative energy, whatever it takes, get rid of it because you are becoming that same person that's imposing that negative energy on you. If you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a daughter, every time you talk to them, it's something negative. They have something negative to say. They will eventually drain you and bring you down. If every time I come on this live, I have something negative to say, then it will drain other people who watch me. And so I don't go back and forth with this negative energy. I let it go. I hit it and quit it. You say something to me, I reply and I move on. But I don't ever come down here purposely trying to discredit this fame or smear someone's name. I don't do that. I tell you what I know to be facts. What's facts? What I understand to be facts. Now you can understand it whichever way you want to. People, hey, sassy, people say messy. What is messy? Do I come down here bothering people? Do I come down here being malicious to people? Do I come down here being hateful, mean, and vile? Do I start rumors about people? Do I look into people's business? Do I adopt? That shit is messy to me. I'm not messy. I'm none of the above. None of the above. So, and I don't do none of the above. So I'm not messy. Okay? But you, on the other hand, Dimples, you are messy and they are allowing you to be messy. I don't care. I'm not that, I'm not beat. How we say it in Jersey, I'm not beat for clicks and views like that. This is not my sole income. In fact, to be honest, and I've always been honest with y'all, I've made $200 off YouTube. This is not my income, period. It's not my income, period. I come down here because this is something I like to do. I created this channel for specific reasons to inspire, educate, motivate, uplift, mentor, turn dust into diamonds. I came here for that sole purpose, and I won't let anyone knock me off my focus. It's okay for you not to like me because I probably don't like you. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you don't like me, I don't like you, but I keep it moving. But I don't come down here for that BS. So playing head games and jumping on platform to platform, on these apology tours and shit, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. You don't. The only thing you owe me is to tell the truth about me. And we're good. We're good. You don't ever have to watch me. And that's just a fact. I could care less. Those who watch me because they find something in me that they want to watch. They find a reason to watch me, you know? But you, my dear, this message was for Dimples and Miss Pizarro. Miss Pizarro, I know you mean well, baby, but you also Mz.Teavalocity don't play like that. I don't Dimples don't have to come and talk to me because I really don't have anything to say to Dimples, because what I will say to Dimples, Dimples is not going to like. But in fact, because she takes so well to, being abused and all that stuff, she may want me to do something a little different, and I don't get down like that. Just keep it moving, Dimples. Just make it right. Since you on an apology tour and you want people to forgive you and you want to make it right with everyone you done shitted on, just tell the truth about me and keep it moving. Just let those people know, because you got them thinking that I was behind the scenes, writing you, trying to be messy, and you knew that wasn't the case. I wrote you 2 times. Hey, are you okay? Or I hope you okay, babes. And 2, would you like to interview? See, people think, or what people do here, I've seen what they do here too. Just like I'm just like some of the rest of y'all. Some of these people I want to interview. I may interview them in a different way than you'll interview them, but I want to interview them too, because I have a purpose and a reason why I want to interview them. We all interview different. Miss Pizarro does her interview one way. I conduct my interviews another way, and that's it. And that's how it goes. She may ask certain questions. I may ask certain questions that I want to know some answers about. So, not that I don't ask people for interviews, because sometimes Andrea reaches out to them, or myself, you know, depending on what's going on. But to ever be messy, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's not my intentions on when I reach out to you for an interview. So, that's what you could do for me, girlie. You could go and tell the truth. But as far as you and I, like you said, you don't watch me. I don't have a choice sometimes to watch you when you jump on everyone's panel. You can't help but to see you. But I'm getting to a place now that, and I just have to be honest with you, that I just red ball it by, or I leave when I see you come on, because I know I'm going to get the same show. And it's not one that I care to watch. And that's a fact. And no, I'm not dragging. I'm just stating facts here, because I did catch Pizarro live. Okay. So, but I don't know about anyone else. But for me, Mz.Teavalocity, I like this entertainment. I do like some of the mess, like most of us. And I told you, to me, is boundaries. And when people, step outside the boundaries, I just tend to not watch anymore. But I'm down here just like the rest of us, and I watch it. But in Bernadette, if you don't watch her, please go over there and watch her video where she breaks down the beef sector. And she summed it up. There's a lot of good people here in the beef sector. There's a lot of great talent here in the beef sectors, and there's a diverse of people. You have people in finance, you have people in the medical field, you have people in the what is that, y'all? Cosmetology. You have people in the beauty, they call it the beauty. I'm sorry, the beauty department. You have fashion. You have coaches here. You have bankers. You have so many people here in this sector, and they may not have a platform, but you have so much diversity here that is good and bad, and we must coexist. And she broke it down that I was willing to accept that, I just have to come down here and do what I do, because there's a need for whatever I do. There's a need for whatever I do. Like there's a need for whatever other content creators bring to, the table. There's a need for that. And so I accepted that to continue to go on and not just look at this as an area. Hey, Melissa Scott, how are you, baby? It's a melting pot. I accepted that, and I accepted that I'm just going to come down here and do what I came here to do and keep it moving. you know, and keep it moving. I'm not down here to fuss and fight, to do a bunch of hooting and hollering, cussing and all that. That's not what I'm here for. So I'm just going to do what I come here to do, and I keep it moving. But all this time that I have been here, the message she delivered the other day, and I just happened to go in, and that's how I know God is good. God is good and God is for real, and he will put you in a place at a particular time for a message. And sometimes it doesn't even matter who the messenger is, it's the message. Now I just happened to pop over in Bernadette's, and the way that message she was delivering was solely for me. I mean, was for me. So it was perfect timing from God, because I told you from time to time, I struggle on wanting to turn this live on and do what I like to do. Right there, she put it in the perspective that I understood, I received it, and I could just go on and realize where I'm at and just continue to do what I do. And that was a good feeling. Thank you, baby. That was a good feeling. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, to do what I do. But she summed it up for me. And in other words, she told me it was okay, Mz.Teavalocity, to be yourself. It's okay to be yourself here. Just be yourself, sis. And I was like, I needed that. Because at one point, like I told you, I was like, man, I'm so tired of this. YouTube is a struggle. And when something becomes a struggle to me and I don't like doing it, then me, I'm telling you, I can get turned off easy. Me, I was ready to just walk away. I was just at the point where I would just walk away until, I received what she was saying, and is well in my soul. And I will continue, like before, to do me, to just do me. Hey, Queen Diva, good morning, baby. That's my sissy. I talk to her all night, but sometimes I fall asleep on her. She's retired and I'm not. So she be up running these streets. But that's what I came to say. So I had this conversation with this young lady the other day, and she's pretty young. She has 2 children. And I had went to visit her mom, and she started talking to me. And she was talking and telling me about her husband don't help with the children. He doesn't cook, he don't bathe the children. And I was really blown away when she told me that her husband hadn't bathed her 1-year-old son ever since he was born. I was like, huh? She said, yeah, when they little, hey, Angela, good morning, beautiful. And Melissa, I spoke to you. She said that he hadn't bathed her, that he doesn't help her. I said, he never bathed him? She said, no, when he was little, he bathed him, like in the little bathtub, but never to take a bath now, or her daughter, right? And I could see she was so stressed out, and she was at this breaking point. She was crying. I reached over and I held her hand, because she started running down the whole list of things that he didn't do. Not once did she ever say anything about what he did do to make him a good husband. And so now I'm listening to hear. So I'm digesting this, because now I want to talk to her, but I want to talk to her so I can reach her. So I said to her after she was doing this, and I could see her, her eyes was welting up, with tears, welting up with tears. And I looked at her and I held her hand and I said, baby, I said, what's some of the things you're stressing about? And then she started telling me some of the things, the major stress was him. The major stress was him not meeting her needs. And so I said to her, I said, well, talking to you and listening to you, baby, your major stress is him. Is him. I said, now, when you pinpoint what your major stresses are, you start relieving them. Now, it's not easy telling someone to leave their husband or their significant other, right? That's not easy. That's not exactly what I'm telling you, but I am telling you that. I know, double talking, right? I'm not straight out telling you that, but I'm telling you ways to relieve your stress. So I started telling her to pinpoint your stresses and start getting rid of them because they're weighing you down and you're not happy. You're not happy. Now, most of the times, women are afraid to go out there on their own, whether they have a husband that's helping them or not. They don't want to be out there on their own with their children. That's a scary thing. I know that. I've been there. I've done that. And yes, it could be scary. But when you take that initial steps to start relieving your stressors, people who's causing you stress, who's always negative, who's bringing bad energy, when you start getting rid of those people, it's like a weight lifted up off you. You feel much better. So even though you may love that person, if that person is not meeting your needs, then they're not really loving you back. They're not loving you back, because when a person love you, they make sure they meet your needs. Yeah. When a person loves you, they go out of their way sometime to meet your needs, to make you happy. So if you telling your spouse, your significant other, hey, I'm not happy, I'm not happy. You're not doing this. I'm doing this. Can you help me do this? Can you do this and do it? And they're not doing those things. Then it's time for you to leave your spouse or your significant other. And that's just a fact. There's no sugarcoating it, because that person is not giving you the love that you need. And now you're getting used to not being loved. So you will accept anything, from that person, because now you have grown accustomed of their ways and not loving you, that you're accepting it. I don't know if someone hears me. I don't know. I don't know, but this message is for somebody. So if someone's not meeting your needs and you're telling them, hey, you're not meeting my needs here, 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 and here. Let's work together to do this and this and this to try to make this relationship work. And they don't comply, then that's your problem right there. They're not giving you the love that you need. So it's time for you to walk away. Because that's a form of abuse. That's a form of abuse too. That's a form of abuse. It's time for you to stop being abused, letting someone walk all over you, do what they want because you think they love you. No, no, no. When someone loves you, they do things to show you that they love you, not like you, not I'm just here to be here. We have 2 kids, we have 3 kids, we have one, 1, 2, 3 kids or whatever. I'm just here, you pay the bills, you work, I do. No, when they love you, they meet your needs, your basic needs of loving. They will let you know, I love you. I may not be the best, but I'm doing the best that I can. And then you'll grow together. Then your relationship will start to grow. But if one person is giving and the other person's not giving, then that's just like an ATM. I keep taking out and never depositing. Eventually it is empty. It's going to say insufficient funds. It's just like that. You giving, 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 but not receiving. That's not good. That's not good for a relationship. Hold on a minute. Yeah. So if you just giving, giving, giving and not receiving, then you're in a dead end relationship. And that's with anything. That's with a friendship. That's with a marriage. That's with a job, or a career. If you had a dead end relationship, you will start seeing the signs that, hey, I'm at a dead end. I'm feeling a little different. Things are happening a little different. Then you start making ways to leave, to exit that dead end before you get smacked right into the wall. You start making ways to exit it. So if you're in a relationship, a friendship, or whatever, and someone's giving, and sometimes we see it right here where people are giving, they giving these people chances, they going back and forth with them, they keep giving them, but they're not receiving anything in return. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And it will never work for you, and you will never be happy if you don't know that people have to reciprocate what you're giving to them to make a relationship work. And that's anywhere, even at the job, you know, even at your job. If you doing all the work and no one else doing the work, eventually it's gonna wear you down and you're not gonna like the job anymore. You're not going to like it anymore. So then you're going to be unhappy at the job. And now because the job pays well, you stay in there. You won't even venture out to find a different job that pays well because you're stuck in this rut because you're so used to what they're giving and you receiving. You won't venture out. You just won't do anything different. It's in a relationship. Everything in life is some form of relationship. So certain things in my life I tolerate and I don't tolerate in order to maintain a healthy relationship. And I had to learn a lot. I had to learn a lot, you guys. It was so unbalanced, but I had to learn certain things to maintain a healthy relationship. Certain things I had to do. I had to care about the relationship just like he or she or whoever, the job, wherever. You have to care about it. You can't be the only one giving. And so when this person was talking to me, I tried to break it down to him. I said, "You may not like what I'm about to tell you, baby," because she was a younger girl, my girlfriend's daughter, and she always talked to me, right? I said, "You may not like what I'm about to tell you, but you need to get rid of him." Oh, she didn't like that. She never said anything, but then you could tell she knows in her heart what she needs to do. She just won't do it. And I don't know why she won't do it. Because I believe you love that person and you have become accustomed to what that person is doing and how that person is. And now you're just settling. You don't even know that there's someone better out there for you. You won't even relieve yourself from this burden to find out. Now, I know some of you probably saying, well, they have children together. I get that. And that's the toughest part because some people have children together. And so you just don't want to walk away because we have so many broken homes. And you don't want, if you come from a broken home, or I'm not gonna say broken. Let me just know. I'm gonna say if you come from a single family, a single parent household, then, and you don't desire that for yourself, you work very hard for not to have the same thing happen to you. So sometimes we settle. It's better that I have some husband than no husband at all. And see, I don't agree with that shit. Not. I don't agree with that. Better to have somebody than to not have someone at all. I don't agree with that. I need you to bring me some type of happy and healthy. We need to have a healthy relationship. I'm just not going to accept you because I don't have no man, no woman. You know what I mean? No dog, no cat. However, you know where I'm going with this. And that's what's happening. I believe they holding on to this relationship because they do love this person, but because they want it to work for their children, because she don't want to be a single mom out there. Now, okay, so now this is a segue into this. Everyone is not capable of being a good step parents. I get that. Exactly, Melissa. The house is still divided. Absolutely. Everyone and you don't trust people nowadays to be a good step parents. But there are still good men out there and still good women that will love your child. May not be their biological child, but they will love their child because they love you that much. And they know that those children, they are a part of you. So they will love you that much, you know, and they'll love your little ones. And you'll tell them right away, hey, we are a package deal. That's how they say it. And if you love me, you have to love my children. And if I see any signs of you not loving my children, then you're not loving me. Right? But some people are afraid to do that. And some women are afraid to leave. They just afraid to leave with their children because they scared. They don't want to be out there by themselves. And I know that feeling. You don't want to be out there by yourself with these children. But I put in my mind, and this was my thought, my children and I could live in a paper bag as long as we're together. We could live in a paper box as long as we together before I allow you to just abuse me and make me keep crying. And I'm unhappy every day I wake up. And I'm begging and pleading with you to do the right thing, be the right person, meet me halfway. I can't keep crying to you because nothing is changing. Because if I cried to you in most cases one time and you saw me shed that tear and you loved me, you would make sure that I wouldn't cry again about the same thing. You would do something different to make sure you didn't cause me that pain again. Right? Good morning, and Bernadette. What's happening? So I'm glad I got a thank you, baby. So that's when people love you. That's when you know someone loves you. You're not asking so much for them to change. You just asking them to meet you halfway. Just meet me halfway, baby. You know what? We could never, ever change anyone. We just can't. We can't change anymore. We only could change ourselves. That's the only people that we could change is ourselves. I can only change me. Me talking to you, begging and pleading and crying that you do the right thing. Please, please, I need you to stop drinking and to come help me with the kids. I need you to stop smoking. Come help me with the kids. I need you to stop doing this and be. No, that's not going to get it, baby. You are actually just wasting your time. That person has to see something to say, oh, wait a minute. I need to stop this. This is not right. This is damaging me. This is damaging my relationship. People I love, and they have to want to stop. Only God and themselves can change them. Never you. You could call them every name in the book. You could pay for every lessons in the book. You could do whatever you want to do to aid them to change the way you want them to change. Just meet them. Pray on it. And if they're not changing and you just can't tolerate, you have to walk away. You have to walk away. It's okay to walk away. It's okay. Because like Melissa said, the house is still divided. The house is still divided. Why leave your children in a situation where all they see is hollering, cussing, mommy crying, daddy arguing, people fighting? Why leave them in that abusive situation because you're in an abusive situation? You owe them more. You owe them more than what you're giving them. And I know that's deep sometimes. But so when I was talking to this young lady, so, you know, it was a couple of days before Easter, I was talking to her, and yeah, just the other day. And we all tend to go to the same family gathering, right? So her mom, her mother is always there. Her mother is my good girlfriend. Let me just put it like that. So they come over the next day after I did this long talk, never judged the person, never said exactly what to do. I just said it in a roundabout way. You have to pinpoint your stresses or something that's making you unhappy, something that's draining your energy, your peace, and your happiness, and you need to get rid of it. See, it's easy for us to pinpoint it. It's not hard to pinpoint. If you sit down, you can pinpoint the things that's causing you heartaches, heartburn, hiccups. You can remember we talked about last week. You could prevent forest fires. This is in line with the same thing. Only you could prevent forest fires. So they came over. Baby, she was happy as just as nothing had ever happened. That she wasn't just crying the next day, boo-hooing and telling me all the bad things. They were all right. That's why, too, you need to be careful on how you counsel someone. I don't even know. I counsel or talk with someone about whatever situation, because they will be all right and you will be left out. You see what I'm saying? They will be all right. So you have to be very careful what you say to people, because the couple will be all right and then you'll be left out. Good morning, Angela. How are you? Good morning, Angela and Bernadette, Queen Diva, Melissa Scott. Everyone who's entering, please make sure you hit the like button. I just thought that I would come and do some lives in the morning while I prepare myself for work or whatever. And so I said I was going to do some lives in the morning, a little, nugget for the morning. But yeah, so they were happy. So until you get to a point where you're tired and you can't take no more, then there's nothing really I could say to you. The conversations become, I don't want to say the conversations become useless, but they become draining for me, because you're presenting the same problem that you can solve. You present the same problem to me. You crying about the same thing. It leaves egg on your face. Yeah, I don't do it, Melissa. I just won't do it anymore. Thank you, and Bernadette. So, I learned to do that. That's how I learned to deal with things. And so when stresses, I was talking about the Lady Dimples situation, and now this young lady situation. They all tie in the same. It ties in the same, like this. I don't do a lot of, I don't do a lot of beating around the bush, y'all. You guys, I don't beat around the bush. I'm who I am, and I always make it plain and clear. So I don't have a lot of room for, oh, this gonna sound crazy. I don't have a lot of room for BS. For BS, right? I don't have a lot of room for it. So I'm not going to allow people to keep apologizing and doing the same thing. They make you look like a fool. Then you feel some kind of way. So if I don't expect no apology from you, I'm good. I'm real good. You know? And with that being said, I was talking about that. People just keep doing things to you, keep doing things, and you keep allowing them to do it. Then you're setting yourself up for whatever it gives. Whatever it gives, you're setting yourself up for. Because you could prevent that person from doing whatever they're doing to you. You could prevent that. You choose not to prevent it because something you're getting out of it. I don't know what you may be getting out of it, in a relationship, in any type of relationship. You have to know what you're getting out of it. You stay because you're getting something out of it, not because someone is making you stay in a relationship, but you're staying because somewhere you're getting something out of it. Now, I may not know what you're getting out of it. That's not my business. But if you stay in a relationship that is unhealthy, you really don't want to be there. You're staying there for a reason. And you need to figure out that reason. If you're playing games down here and you allow people to, discredit you, defame you, talk about you, try to spear your name and go back and forth, you're staying there for a reason. You're allowing that people to do that to you for a reason. Now, some people say, well, because I really don't care. I'm not that invested. I don't know them. You should care. At one point, you should care. You should care. Because when you get accustomed to people doing that to you, that's what they'll do. If you nip that shit in the bud, you'll nip it in the bud and they won't do it. They just won't do it no more, you know? But if you allow them to do that to you, it's because apparently it's something you getting out of it, you know? And I know here a lot of times they allow people to do what they want and act the way they want, you know, and to talk about them and drag them and go from platform to platform doing what they want because they getting clicks and views. I, it doesn't matter. I don't want them. I don't want the clicks and the views that much that I allow you to do what you want to me and I'll be fine with it. I don't do it in real life. I'm not doing it in my play YouTube life. Good morning, let's get real. You know, I just don't play like that. Some people play. You know, and I know maybe I need to loosen up some. I need to loosen up a little bit maybe to be down, you know. But I also know I need to be me. I always have to be me. I have to remain who I am. You know, you take me or you leave me. But as far as all this other crazy antics with people on here, I'm not willing to play those games. It's just, I don't know. Maybe some people will be upset with me because I'm not a forgiving person. But nah, once you do certain things to me, I let you go. You know, I let you go. And I don't have any problems about it. I don't even have regrets about it. I don't have any regrets. You know? But anywho, that's it. Y'all know it's coming up on an hour. Believe it or not, it all tied in. It all tied into what I was talking about. I'm going to wrap this up. Jspeaks. I don't know you. You haven't disrespected me, but I have no use for you playing mental games because, baby, I don't get down. You know, I'll see you around. But yeah, I have no use for this because now you're playing with people's psyche, trying to pretend that it wasn't you, or and then we don't know if it's you. You got people thinking, well, maybe it wasn't him, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. I don't know if that really was him. Was that really authenticated, or can you authenticate? Can you do this? This shit, I ain't got time for it. I got so much stuff going on in my real life. I don't have time to be playing. Hey, Des. I don't have time to be playing mental games like that. Like I said, it's fun for some, but not for Mz.Teavalocity. That's just a fact. You know, was it you? So now you coming back aggressive on people and you trying to question their intelligence. You know, I can't go with that one. Can't go with that. You know, it's either you or it's not. Admit to your shit and keep it moving. You know, but now you coming back trying to be aggressive, and what you doing is turning this around. You questioning people, what they seen, what they say. No, I didn't say it. I'm so exhausted that I can't remember. Baby, no, 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 no. Whatever your purpose is, I hope you served it. Or I hope you serving your purpose, or the reason why you over here, you know, asking all these questions, doing all this crazy stuff, but I don't have time for it. Lady Dimples, like I said, I heard Pizarro asking you when you was on your apology tour and you was this different Dimples, I don't know. I heard Miss Pizarro ask you, would you be willing to talk to me? And I appreciate that you wasn't rude or nasty about it. You say, yeah, I'd be willing to talk to her, but I'm not willing to talk to you. See, for me, you're the past. You're irrelevant to me because I don't like what you did to me. And I don't forgive easy, especially when I don't bother people or I've never done anything to them other than to come down here and I spoke about your behavior. Your behavior, not you know, I spoke about your behavior, and because you didn't like that and you have that right, you decided to talk about me and, you know, try to smear my name. So for that reason, I have no use for you. You could continue to go on with your little shenanigans elsewhere, but I don't have no use for you, my love. You know, and everybody, and I'm not saying I don't like you. See, because let's not, you know, mix the two. I just don't have no use for you. I don't need a apology from you. Only thing I need you to do is tell those people the truth. You know how you pretended like I was reaching, behind the scenes, and you had to block me, sweetheart, tell the truth. Once I asked you, are you okay, when I heard that glass shatter on that show that time. And the other time for an interview for you to tell your transition story, which now is something totally different. So I'm glad I didn't involve myself, period. But that's all you have to do for me. You don't have to like me. Just don't bother with me, and I'm good. With that being said, you guys, make sure that if you're depositing, if you're withdrawing, you're depositing into whatever relationship you may have. If someone's not loving you the way you want to be loved, and they're not trying to learn to love you, because we have to learn to love people, then it's okay for you to let them loose. It's okay for you to let them loose. You never know what God has in store for you down the line. But if you hold on to that person, or that job, or that person, job, relationship that's causing you heartache and pain, and you just find yourself at a dead end, then you are the only one that can change the situation you in. Don't expect other people to change it for you. You can change your situation. If you're not willing to change your situation, don't be expecting other people to change your situations for you. So, if you're not being loved the way you want to be loved, don't expect someone else to change that situation for you. Only you can. With that being said, y'all make sure that you remain safe. If you see your king's crown crooked, if you see your king's crown tilted, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, I'm sorry, y'all. If you see a king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are our joint heirs, our future. We got to make sure we leave them something. To be a joint heir, that means you need to inherit something. Something. And I don't mean all these stresses and struggles and stuff like that. Let them inherit something that will make their lives much easier and make them much happier in life. Don't forget to be a blessing and not a bother. It doesn't take much to be a blessing. A simple hello, how are you? You look nice today. I like that hat. Oh, can I buy that cup of coffee for you? Oh, I'll grab those groceries. It doesn't take much, you guys. Make sure you be a blessing and a bother. With that being said, tomorrow, hopefully, if God is willing and I'm able, I'll meet you here again at 6 something. I like this intimate setting. I don't get a lot of views, but remember, I need to stay focused. I'm not here for the views. I'm here to do what I came here to do. And again, in Bernadette, 1,000 thanks to you, sweetheart, for your message. For your message the other day. It spoke to my spirit. Okay, you guys take care. Be good. Be safe.